All is quiet in Sainte-Geneviève-des-Bois. Old graves, melancholy air. Vera Obolensky is one of few regular visitors here. 73 years old, she's a descendant of Russian aristocrats who fled to the West in 1917 to escape the communists. She visits her parents' grave every couple weeks.
The people who are buried here are part of our country's history. This cemetery isn't just like any other. It feels like ours.
Obolensky's grandparents fled via Turkey and Hungary. Her parents, Serge and Irene, came to Paris in the 1930s.
Here they just met. This is our family. I was 10 at the time. We're aristocrats. I'm a member of the 34th generation. The Obolenskys have been around since at least the 10th century. We always held important state positions and were part of the aristocracy.
They're not the only noteworthy people buried here. Jean-Pierre Lamotte is an expert on the cemetery's history.
Come on, I'll show you a grave you may not know of, belonging to Yusupov, who killed influential preacher Grigory Rasputin. He was married to the niece of Tsar Nicholas II.
Many members of Russia's former elite found their final resting places here.
Only well-known figures such as Tarkovsky, the famous filmmaker, high-ranking military, painters and writers were laid here. Some 150,000 Russians emigrated to France around that time.
Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the cemetery has grown even quieter. Russian tourists often used to come here, and when there were no more descendants to do it, Russia paid to maintain the graves. This has been suspended. A French association maintains around 600 graves.
We have a moral responsibility. Without its peace, the cemetery is no longer a spiritual place. Every grave should be a place of prayer.
Of all the prominent figures, however, one grave attracts particular attention.
This is Nureyev.
In a spectacular move, Soviet ballet dancer and choreographer Rudolf Nureyev defected to the West in 1961.
For a long time, I used to spot an elderly lady sneaking around his grave. Then I found out that she slept on it at night.
No, that's unbelievable. Who do you think she was?
Wardrobe assistant?
The old cemetery of Sainte-Geneviève-des-Bois, with so many stories to tell and a rich history.